So welcome back to another video. So what I want to talk to you about today is the Mevo Plus and Club Path. Now they've been talking about having this new option on the Mevo Plus. I've seen on Instagram that they're gonna do a new release. But what I want to say is that even if you don't have Club Path on the Mevo Plus, there's two other parameters that are basically far more important than Club Path, and with these two other parameters, you can actually determine your club path, and it's quite easy. And a lot of people don't know that. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna go into detail into these two parameters, and basically you can see whether you're coming in to out or out to in, and you can actually calculate club path from there. So stay tuned. Two parameters that a lot of people don't know about is the spin axis, and the other one is the launch horizontal. And these two parameters are correlated with club path. Basically, on the horizontal launch, it measures where the ball starts. So with the Mevo Plus unit, you can know if your ball started to the right or to the left of target. So the important thing is that you have to obviously align the unit correctly. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good data if you don't align it correctly. But if you have it aligned correctly, then you will know if the ball started on the right or on the left. So that's one parameter that you should definitely take into account. And the other one is simply the spin axis. So that will tell you if the ball spin to the left or to the right. And basically, what you want to have, if if you're coming over the top, you're gonna have you're always gonna start the ball on the left. So if you have something really drastic, like 4, 7, 10 degrees to the left, then you definitely know that unless you're playing a super fade, you're coming over the top. And then on the spin axis, obviously, if your numbers are always to the right, that means you put in curvature to the right. So very likely that you're coming over the top as well. So now, if you combine these two parameters, then you'll know if you're coming over the top or not. So basically, if you have something drastic like a 5 to the left on the launch horizontal, then that means your ball started to the left. And then if you have a spin axis that are positive to the right, then you definitely, fading the ball, or you're definitely coming over the top. Okay, so I will show you this stats from this guy who has pretty good swing speed, but he comes over the top. I mean, you can literally see it. And this is his 7 iron information here, his stats. So club speed is really high, 87, 89, so that's pretty good. But if you look at the launch horizontal, you can see that most of his the ball starts to the left. If you can see that everything is left, 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 that means that the ball started left of target. And if you look at the spin axis, everything is to the right, meaning that the ball was spinning to the right. So you can also obviously see it on the video that he comes over the top. But if you look at these two parameters here, they will tell you. So basically, you may say that, okay, if you check your horizontal launch, you want it to start to the right, obviously, a little bit. You're talking about even if it's a little bit to the left, but not no more like maybe 2 degrees to the left. Then you're fine. If you're seeing something like 5, 6, then you're definitely coming over like this to the left. But you have to be careful, because even if you see that the ball started to the right on the Mevo Plus, and you say, well, maybe I got it right now, but the only problem is that there's another way that you can get it to the right and you're still coming over the top, is when the face is completely open. So if your face is completely open and you're swinging to the left, but because your face is open, the ball is still going to start to the right. And the way you know that is because of the spin axis. So that's why you check both of those parameters. And if the spin axis is positive to the right, that means you're definitely coming over the top. This is far more important than club path, in my opinion, because you know that your face is a little open or too close when you pull it to the left. So you can work with that and just look at those two parameters. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this stats for myself from for with a 5 iron. I was hitting really well, and I can show you here if I focus on the launch horizontal and the spin axis. Basically, the spin axis, if you spin it to the left, it's gonna be a draw. So it's not gonna get you in trouble. The only time it's gonna get you in trouble if you start the ball to the left, like the very first one. 17, that's a lot, a left curvature, and I also started the ball to the left, so that's definitely a hook. But generally, spinning the ball to the left, you're gonna be much safer than spinning the ball to the right. If you look at the ones that are spin to the right, the only way for me to save that is if I don't start the ball too much to the left. So that's what I was saying before. If you want to keep low numbers, you're going to be safer. It's going to be a straighter shot. So you can focus on these two parameters by trying to keep, in my opinion, keep the spin axis just slightly to the left. Or if you want to fade it, you can, but don't exceed more than maybe 4 degrees or something extreme, obviously. Instead of focusing so much in swing speed, distance, carry distance, I think if you just work on these two parameters, then you can understand more about your swing. You know, you can see that maybe if you're a natural fader, then you're fine. You can your spin axis is going to be to the right, but maybe you can limit that to a certain degree. Maybe 3, 4 instead of maybe 10. Or to the right, and then your horizontal launch, that's where the ball starts in relation to the line. So you can work with that. You want to start it a little bit to the right or to the left, and between those two you have club path. So I think what they're going to do with the Mevo Plus, they seen that the Garmin is offering club path, but I've seen some videos and the club path is completely off. So there is no way. I mean, I wouldn't want that information if it's not reliable, obviously. So you have the spin axis and the horizontal launch that are much more reliable. So I think what they're going to do, probably they're going to try to calculate that in the units, just so that they can compete with the Garmin. I have done some research, comparisons to TrackMan and Foresight, and the horizontal launch and the spin axis are really close. They're not going to be exact, obviously, but you're talking about a few degrees. And the club path on the Garmin, it was off like completely. So I don't think, in my opinion, I would just focus on those two parameters rather than have something that is calculated and is not even reliable. All right, guys, so that was it for the video. So remember, if you have the Mevo Plus unit, just try to look at those two parameters. They're really interesting and they will tell you a lot about your swing. Don't focus too much on just your swing speed, your carry distance. These two parameters are really important, and like I said, if you're focused so much in club path, this right here is basically more important than club path, because it tells you whether you're spinning the ball to the right or left, and whether you start the ball to the right or to the left. So that's, for me, that's really good information. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and let me know what you think of the new release that is coming soon. So I hope that it will be something, maybe not data that is too unreliable. Hopefully it's something interesting and something that is reliable. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.